Oh, what's up, guys? What is up, guys? Good morning. We are going to find some plays. What book do people want to start out on? So, I don't know, man. Donovan Mitchell not at shoot-around today. You can see the Celtics are fucking massive favorites. This game's probably going to be a blowout. The Knicks game, no, that's tomorrow. Dude, I don't know why the Knicks are favored. Pacers and 6, bro. But what I was going to say is yesterday we had some heartbreakers on better. Dude, everything went 4 for 5. A lot of it was this golfer guy, but hopefully we have a better day today and we don't go 4 for 5. So maybe we start out on PrizePicks. Holy moly. Fuck, man. They just bumped it. So this is what happens when I talk too much. Fuck, did they just bump that too? They just bumped Graham Ashcraft too. But anyways, that's fine. We'll start out on better. Yesterday, again, we went a lot of just 4 for 5. But today will be a better day. I feel it, man. So let's see what we have. This play I'm actually already on PrizePicks. But again, kind of the benefit of using multiple books. So again, on PrizePicks, if you use a star, you get a nice little payout boost, like a 10% payout boost you get on your parlay. So instead of like a 10x payout for a 5 flex, we're going to get, fucking, why did they have to bump Horford? But instead of a 10x, you'll get an 11x for, like a 5-pick entry if you include any of these players with a star. But unfortunately, they bumped SGA's line down to 7, but it's still available on better. Or at least it was available on better. Now it's not available on better. But it's okay. There's some other plays that we'll be able to lock in. And again, there's tons of books. So ideally, you use a bunch of them. So the first play we have is PJ Washington. I don't know how people are going to like this play. PJ Washington under 15.5 points. Where does PrizePicks have his line? Let's check out PJ. So PrizePicks has his line at 15. Again, all these books set their own lines, which is why you want to use multiple sports books in the first place and never know which of these books, is going to have good value on a given day. And then, did they just bump Kyrie? Come on, bro. No way they bumped. They already bumped Kyrie too. What the heck? So some of these books are bumping things quickly, and they already bumped Horford. Dude, better's getting pretty quick. So that's unfortunate. But they haven't bumped Josh Green. So let's just build a better slip. I mean, while we can. Also, if you haven't already played it, I already gave it out on Twitter, but they have a discount on Luka. Luka's points line below 30. He's only 29.5 for tonight, but you can see they're discounting him to 0.5 points. Anyways, they're fucking bumping everything, it seems like, but hopefully we're able to get in something halfway decent. We'll look at PrizePicks too. Let's go over to PrizePicks. And again, if we include a player with a star, we get a little, you get a 10% payout boost. So that's ideal. Is Jason Tatum a star? Let's see. So Jason Tatum is a star. And the first play available is fading his fantasy score. So he's gone under 4 out of the past 5 games. I mean, obviously he had a good game last game. He went over. But I don't mind fading Tatum. And most importantly, it's a star. So we get a nice little payout boost if it hits. And let's see what else we have kind of on PrizePicks. So again, kind of like I don't wake up in a given day and know what I'm going to bet. It kind of depends where's the value in the market. Sometimes there's better bets on PrizePicks. But the first play is Spencer Arrigati under 2.5 earned runs allowed. So where is it? It's right here. So again, on PrizePicks, what makes this type of sportsbook unique is, you take a guy to go over or under, you're going to get the same payout. So if you look at the market, there's hundreds of sportsbooks setting MLB lines, all these books, they're taking bets, kind of moving lines around. You can see his line has kind of been moving towards the under. Sometimes it's weather-driven, lineup-driven. I mean, why do lines move? But the market has him heavily favored to go under. So this can be the first play we go with. So now we got 2 picks. We got Tatum. And again, we're going to get a nice little 10% payout boost. But let's see what else we got. Dude, fuck, man. Ooh. So we also have a tennis play. You don't have as many books that post, tennis lines, especially for some of these more niche tournaments. But you can see right here, I mean, this game actually starts in a sec, is we have Danielle Collins under 20.5 games You know, so PrizePicks are going to give us the same payout. We take the over, the under. Under's heavily favored. You know, Pinnacle, which is known to be a pretty sharp book, you know, smart sportsbook, offshore book, legal and basically, you know, everywhere. They only have 14 cents of juice in their market. Pretty tight market. Under's heavily favored. Damn, so we got 3 unders to kind of start out this slip. But we got to find more plays to go with. So let's see what we got here. And hopefully some more value shows up on better and stuff like that. Because we're going to do a bunch of slips in this stream. So let's see what else we like. What do we like? What do we like? So there's Jackson Merrill under half of a batting strikeout. And again, what's nice about, you know, the PrizePicks promo is we can be a little more lenient on exactly what we're betting. So we have Jackson Merrill to not strike out. That play I actually gave out on Twitter. But we can be a little more lenient on what we're betting because, again, we're getting a 10% payout boost if we hit. So we have Riley Green over 6.5 fantasy score. He hasn't really done shit recently. Let's see if there's anything better that ideally we can go with. So let's see. Let's see where the value is in the market. So we got Spencer under, and we just want to find one more pick to go with. So they haven't bumped anything. So here are the 4 picks. Again, I'll put the link in the chat. All the live stream plays are tracked in the sheet, in the description on YouTube. But let's see if we can find, you know, one more play. So obviously I don't want to fade Horford if I'm fading Tatum. You don't want to take unders for players on the same team. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So maybe we do take Riley Green. I mean, he's been slow the past couple of games, but whatever. So let's lock this play in, and then we can move on to another sportsbook. Maybe there's some value on Underdog or FanDuel or Rebet. I mean, you know, but let me put this link in the chat. What's up, guys? Is Bane Squad finally done? I'm 0 for 6 on Riley Green props this year. Well, hopefully today's a new day. 6.5 is also, that's a low fantasy score, so hopefully he gets there. But anyways, here's the play. Alex, I challenge you to a 24-hour stream with me. Oh my God, that sounds horrible. Here's the play. Here's the play, here's the play. And what we can do is we can move on, you know, to another book. So what book do people want to look at? We got a lot of books. So here's the first PrizePicks play. Links in the chat. If you want to tail, it would be nice to get a play on better. So we're already on the Spencer Aragati play. Anyways, if there's not a ton of value, I'll keep this live stream short. We can stream later. I'll stream later in the day. But let's see what we got. Let's see what we have here. What do we want to go with, man? So this play I actually already gave out on better, but kind of interesting. So we have Sean under 16.5 outs. Let's take a look. And again, there's tons of books, you know, BetMGM, Caesars, DraftKings. Again, ideally you use all these books. All these books run different promos, like PrizePicks right now, you know, they have a free square on Caitlin Clark. Better has a free promo on Luka, a free square on Luka. So, you know, ideally you use all these books. These promos are the easiest money you're going to make sports betting. So don't, you know, obviously play the Luka promo. But what I was also going to say is, again, they all have different lines. All these books are legal in different states. So ideally, you know, you use them all. So let's check out Rebet, which again is a new sports book. And it's nice because it's legal in basically every state. I mean, it's legal in 47 states. So you probably have access to it if you don't already use it. And there's just been, you know, some decent value kind of popping up on Rebet. So I'm actually already on the Pacers plus 4.5, but is there some value on the Blue Jays run line? So again, all these books, you know, they got thousands of lines up. So we actually had a stream play yesterday on Rebet. I don't remember what. Well, we were on the Nuggets. Dude, we were all over the Nuggets yesterday. But what did I want to say? Let's see what's out there. So the first play is Blue Jays plus 2.5. So, you know, sometimes there's better value on these alternates. Like, again, all these books. So if you go to Rebet, we wanted to look at the MLB. So if you go to Rebet, you know, you'll notice here, that's not where I want to be, is if you go to Rebet, if you go to the MLB, like you'll see all these books, they have all these different, you know, alternate lines, kind of stuff like that. And sometimes there's better value on an alternate run line as opposed to the main run line. So you can kind of see right here, like Blue Jays plus 2.5, maybe a little bit of value. You know, all these other books kind of have it more priced closer to minus 260. So, you know, I always recommend, like, you know, FanDuel for every single game. They don't only have their main line point spread, like the Celtics are 8.5 point favorites, but they also have all these different alt spreads. So, and sometimes these alternates, you know, you can find better value. So where is it? Alternate point spread. I'm not even sure. They definitely have alternate spreads. I'm just not sure where this is listed. This is just all fucking player props. Let's see. Here we go. Alternate spread. You know, which is nice because, again, sometimes these have better value. But let's see what else do we have. So let's lock in this. Minus 229. And then we can move on to maybe Underdog or another book. Because it actually seems like, hey, there's some decent value coming up on Underdog. But a lot of this, Underdog is like, they're always the first book. So let me just lock this in. Getting a little bit of value on the MLB. Fuck, man, they changed the odds. No, never mind. Don't lock it in if you're about to bet it. That is not what I wanted to do, and they don't have fucking cash out. So you can see they moved the odds literally as I was talking about it to minus 260. Anyways, I'll track it in the live stream sheet, but that was not ideal because they literally changed the odds on me as I was trying to place the bet, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. So let's take a look at Underdog or something like that. So we got a PrizePicks slip I need to remember to add in. We got Blue Jays plus 2.5, which I did not want to bet at minus 260. Because, again, it's a completely different bet at minus 160 versus minus 230. You know, it's like being a trader and buying a stock at 130 versus, or 230 versus 260. It's a different bet. But what do we want to do, man? So now we have some value on Sleeper. So Sleeper is, they have some pretty good promos on Sleeper, which is why I signed up. But you can see Tatum's under has just been getting fucking hammered. Tatum under 10.5 rebounds. So what's kind of interesting about Sleeper is if, you know, you can see my phone. They have Tatum's under listed at 1.7x. So on Sleeper, they put things in payout format. Which is the same as decimal odds. So you can see like 1.7 means minus 143. So OddsJam is just kind of like converting it from payout odds to decimal odds. But is there anything else on Sleeper that we kind of liked? Because they don't have any promos today, unfortunately. So what about like Jalen Williams under 5.5 assists? Let's see. Jalen Williams under 5.5 assists. Let's wait for it to load up. Ben Shepherd under half of a made three. Nah. So, fuck, they already, So they already removed the Sean line. So what's annoying about Sleepers, you just can't place straight bets. So you got to find two things you want to go with. You know, you got to find two plays that you want to lock in together. It's a parlay-only sportsbook. Kind of like PrizePicks. If you just have one pick, it says, hey, you got to have two picks before you can lock in your slip. But anyways, you know, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. So let's go here. This play I'm already on Better, but if there's some value on Fliff as well, we can lock it in on Fliff. So we have under 16.5 outs. And let's see here. Let's take a look at it. And again, on Fliff, you know, you want to use Fliff cash. So this is in the Phillies-Mets game. So under 16.5 outs. Where is it, baby? So let's see what we got here. So this is the play we want to lock in. And again, like, you can use, there's Fliff cash and Fliff coins. So I have 52.3 million Fliff coins. Again, Fliff coins, you can get some like experience points, which you can convert into cash. But other than that, you know, they're pretty useless. And the max bet size for Fliff cash is $250. So that's what I locked it in for. So under 16.5 outs, I hit this for 250 on Fliff at minus 135. And let's see if there's anything else that's interesting. What about a better slip or something? So let's do a better slip quickly. And let's see what we got here. And again, all the live stream plays, every single one on all the different books, Better, Dabble, Underdog, FanDuel, whatever I hit on these streams, you know, you'll kind of see them in the live stream tracking sheet. I try to focus on the books that are more popular. But let's build a slip. So we got PJ Washington under 15.5, and then we got Carson Wallace over 3.5 points. So let's see, does PrizePicks even have this lineup? So it's crazy, right? Like all these books, like it makes sports betting, if you're a data-driven person and you want to make money, you can make a lot of money sports betting for this very reason. All these books run their own promos, and again, you know, they all have different lines up. So I would play this on PrizePicks. It's just not available on PrizePicks. But you can see for Carson Wallace, all the books have his over heavily favored. So it's like, okay, dude, why are there so many plays? So Better has a lot of lines listed for, you know, some of these more niche players. So like we have Josh Green under 4.5 points. Although I don't really love pairing that with PJ Washington's under. But you can see like PrizePicks doesn't even have a lineup for Josh Green. Do people like fading? So maybe, you know, we're already fading one of these guys, so we don't want to fade. You don't want to take them both in the same slip. So let's go to Ryan Mountcastle. We have under 1.5 bases. Again, like the strategy doesn't change. Does not change. If you're betting on the MLB, you know, NBA, whatever, like there's hundreds of books posting lines. These books are fucking good at setting lines. They all have Mountcastle as a heavy favorite to go under, so we want to be on the under. So I got 3 picks so far on Better. But, you know, we want to go with 5 pick entries. That's like the optimal slip type on Better. So anyways, let's just see what else is available on Better that we can kind of lock in. And again, if you haven't already played it, oh, fuck. Well, did they move that? Dude, they've been moving things quicker and quicker, which is pretty frustrating. But here is, dry. So we do have some hockey value kind of showing up. Let's see what we have here. So we got Carson Wallace over in points, Mountcastle under in bases. So one thing to mention about betting on, you know, just sports in general that I think is helpful is even for, so like if you look at, fuck man, this game's not even till tomorrow. But if you look at, you know, player points, so you can see like, you know, Leon is plus 112 to go over on FanDuel, but FanDuel doesn't have odds on his under listed. Like you can't bet on him. You can bet on his over 1.5 points or 2+ points, but you can't bet on his under. But they're offering you the over at plus money, plus 112. So you can kind of assume like, okay, if they had the same juice as Fliff has 50 cents of juice, they'd have the under at minus 162. So you can kind of see like, you know, for some of these more soccer, you see it sometimes like these books, you can only bet the over, you can't bet the under, but you can still figure out like, okay, the under is obviously a pretty heavy favorite. On Better, we get the same payout if we take his over or his under because the book, you know, FanDuel's just giving you plus 112 on his over. Fuck, why is there an ant on my keyboard? So let's see here. And we can lock it in. Obviously, the Canucks won outright yesterday. Pretty impressive. And we just need one more pick that we can kind of go with. Let's see. We just need one more fucking pick on Better. Oh, so one play, you know, I did think this play was kind of decent. I already gave it out actually yesterday. I mean, dude, yesterday was so tilting on Better, but I'm already on it a few times. Is Josh Giddey 1+ made 3, over 1.5 made 3s? How do we feel about pairing it with Carson Wallace? I don't really know. But we have PJ under 15.5 points. Yeah. So we need to find one more thing to go with. And again, I'm not, so many people, oh, come on, hurry up, do the slip. It's like, I'm trying to find the best possible picks to give out with value. It's not, you know, this stuff doesn't, I'm just trying to find the best picks, not just bet random shit and give it out. But let's see what we can go with as kind of the final pick. So he started, you know, anyways, any early value for like the next game or something like that. PJ Washington, we're already on his under 15.5 points, but we want to find one more thing that we can kind of go with. So they do have SGA rebounds. No, they bumped it. Bro, why are they keep putting, sportsbooks like PrizePicks has moved SGA from 7 to 7.5. a few times already. Ooh. So check out Donovan Mitchell. People want to fade Donovan Mitchell tonight. So you can see PrizePicks has his line at 30. You know, most of the books have his line at like 29.5. So again, every play I'm giving out, always making sure I'm finding value relative to the market. Literally, that's what any profitable bettor does. You know, so PrizePicks has this line lower. All the other fantasy sites, Boom Fantasy, you know, Underdog, whatever, they all have the line lower. So I get it. Like, I love Donovan Mitchell, but there's a good chance he's sitting out most of the fourth quarter, especially if the game's a blowout. So under 30.5 points seems pretty solid. So now we have a 5-pick entry on Better, which hopefully you can see on my screen. And, you know, you can play 5-pick entries. It doesn't really matter. You can play them with insurance or without insurance. It's basically the same in terms of like the EV or whatever. So usually I just play them as, you know, long story short, it doesn't really matter. If you want to be a little more conservative, so you still make money if you go 4 for 5, you can play it as a 5-pick dynamic. You know, if you want to be a little more ballsy, play it as a 5-pick straight up. But again, you just want to be careful on all these books, how many picks you're going with. PrizePicks, they only give you a 5x payout for 3-pick entries, right? Underdog, they give you a 6x payout. So it does really matter, like, you know, on all these platforms, because some of them rip you the fuck off, how many picks are you actually going with in your slip? Oh, fuck, bro. So, and again, like, I'm already on the Pacers. I already gave that out. Or I already hit it. I think I gave it out. Yeah, I gave it out. I'm already on Pacers plus 4.5 on Rebet, but if you didn't already bet it, you know, feel free to lock it in. But what is kind of annoying about Rebet is they've been bumping things quicker, but let's see if we can get this in. Always trying to get it in. So under 4 at minus 102, odds have changed. So I don't want them to change the odds on me. So they haven't changed the odds. Rejected. So now they rejected the bet, which is fucking annoying. So maybe I have to try a lower amount. Usually, like on a book, you know, you'll notice they tell you, hey, your max bet size is 223 or whatever. But they're just going to reject it, which is annoying. And again, if you don't use this book already, it's called Rebet. Where the fuck is this line? Did they just remove the market? Damn, so did I miss it? First inning. There's no first 5 inning total now. First half total runs. They literally just removed the market after rejecting my bet. Which, you know, that's just kind of how it is. Rejected, try again. I mean, that's pretty annoying because they moved the odds here on the Blue Jays one, but they took it. And then here, they're just rejecting it and removing the line. So that's fucking annoying. That's really fucking annoying. So let's see if they put it back. But again, like, you know, you've probably seen if you've been on these streams for Underdog, where is first 5 innings? There's no more first 5 innings. First half total. There's no more first half total, which is pretty annoying, but I guess that's just what we're doing. So another thing is what we could do is, you know, again, like on Better, they limit you to a max of $100 per slip if you include like NHL. But if you find another pick you like, you can always like replace it, put in another pick, whatever. So like maybe what we could do is, for example, is you could take like Josh Green under 4.5 points, another play with value. And what I do like pairing that with is the Josh Giddey play I'm already on. He actually has a super low point total. A pretty shockingly low point total. So this would be another 5 flex, like another option if you want to double down, get a little more exposure to it. You can kind of see like, okay, all the books have his over. Josh Giddey, his over half of a 3. So him to make a 3, heavily favored. Also, if you use FanDuel, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, you know, going through some of these alternate lines. So if you just look at like player points, what's nice about FanDuel is, again, they offer a ton of alternates. Like every single game, like if you look at player points, you can get Giddey's line, his over-under 6.5, but you can also bet, if you want to be more ballsy, 10 plus points, 20, whatever, like, first quarter points, all different sorts of derivative markets on the main line. PrizePicks, they kind of do that with Demons and Goblins. But the issue is their Demons and Goblins are always shitty. Do they even have Demons and Goblins up? I don't even see it right now. So they do. So Garland's normal rebound line is like 3.5, 4, whatever. They're reducing him to 2.5 so you can play an alternate line. But FanDuel has a lot of value on these alternates. If you just kind of hunt around, like you can go through each game, kind of look at the alternates, you can find some decent value on FanDuel for some of these players. Kyrie over 29.5 points, 30 plus points is plus 440 on FanDuel. DraftKings has it plus 290. Not a huge discrepancy. Or Lou Dort. Is there anything interesting here? But sometimes I like to just look here and see if there's any glaring. Not that many books post these alternate lines. Like Lou Dort's normal line is 9.5 points. If you look at 14.5, FanDuel, again, they're almost always offering the best line, which is why you want to use FanDuel. Plus 470 on Dort, 15 plus points. All these other books have it like plus 350-ish. Again, nothing to get out of bed for. But sometimes you can find some massive fucking discrepancies in these long shot markets. Anyways, did I already bet this? So we're going to have a second better play, which again, basically just trying to get down a little more action on a pretty similar slip. So what do we have so far? We got 2 better plays. Here's the second one I locked in. Rebet. Annoying because they just rejected my bet and they haven't put the first half total back up, which is also very annoying. But Rebet, we have Blue Jays plus 2.5. The odds changed on me as I was trying to lock that in. And then, we got a Fliff play. And a PrizePicks play, of course, with a 10% payout boost. And a 10% payout boost, basically, it improves everything by 1%. So usually on PrizePicks, you want your picks, to win above 54.2% of the time. So you got to be able to get your over-unders on PrizePicks, like Brown rebounds. You got to be able to get these right 54% of the time to be profitable on PrizePicks long-term. Win 54% of your picks, only lose 46. With the promo, it's more like 53%. So, you can be a little more trigger happy. And if you have good betting limits on PrizePicks, it's a good time to definitely take advantage of it. Anyways, let's see if they put this MLB line back. Maybe they did. The Braves lost last night on a pinch hit home run. So they just completely got rid of the market. Man, that's frustrating. It's frustrating that they're allowed to reject your bets. It's like, bro, I locked it in. You should at least let me play it. But, nothing we can really do there. Anyways, Timberwolves are fucked. Knicks are fucked. Pacers, dude, I really do just as a basketball fan, I like the Pacers. So let's see what we have here. Anything else on PrizePicks? Nothing really new on PrizePicks. Underdog Fantasy, there's a ton of discrepancies. Underdog's always the first book to drop esports lines for the upcoming day. But you can see there's only 2 books posting lines. It's always Hot Streak and Underdog. So what does that mean? Well, you don't really know what book is fucking up. Here, there's a huge discrepancy in the market, an inefficiency in the market. One of these books will ultimately adjust. Hot Streak 34.5, Underdog 31. You could middle it, bet the under 34.5 on Hot Streak, bet the over 31 on Underdog. Kind of like buying a stock at 31, selling it on a different platform for 34.5. But you don't have other books posting lines, so it's not really clear, okay, is the value on Hot Streak or is the value on Underdog Fantasy? Which is frustrating. But is there anything on Dabble, whatever? Let's check out FanDuel. So it's always interesting. PrizePicks posted this line on Gobert 7 hours ago. It seems like Bucks are starting to, kind of drift. Early action, it seems like it's probably coming in from Sharps or something on his under because Bucks are moving odds towards his under. And again, everything's priced into the market. Lineups, injuries, whatever. Jaden McDaniels under 9.5 points. We had his over yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't get us the job done. But what did I want to say? Let's see if there's anything on FanDuel. If not, we can kind of call it a day. So, on FanDuel, Conley over 11. They already bumped it, bro. So, again, speed is very important. Nuggets money line, they bumped it a little from -158 to -162. Dude, Nuggets -162 seems like a no-brainer. But a little bit of value on FanDuel. I don't think really anything worth keeping the stream over. So I'll call it a day for now. We had a PrizePicks play on this stream, a Rebet play, which I didn't even want to bet, a couple better plays, a Fliff play. And yeah, I'm sure I'll drop some more slips on Twitter later. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And yeah, have a great